Stop opening Valorant and going straight into ranked games, when 5 minutes of range work can boost your performance without costing you actual game time. Perfect, you're in the range. You might as well just start tapping heads. Move from bot to bot for about 45 seconds. Start slow and speed up as you get more and more comfortable. Work out any kink in your arm position and get your body moving freely. This is your initial stretch that will unlock your potential right when you enter your first ranked game. Also, feel free to hop on top of the ledge to add some verticality. This is still the same start, just with a small change to it, as it doesn't really change what you are doing. On a side note, if you want to get an even greater first game, look to stretch out your hands while you are waiting for your cue to pop or when you are selecting your agent. Stretching lessens your chances of any injury and brings more blood flow to your wrists. Now that you are a little warm, it is time to pick up the pace. Move to only shooting the right two bots. This warm-up is all about straight left and right clicks. Not only will you be doing these movements when you don't see enemies in your ranked games, you will be doing these movements when you eliminate one player and move to the next in a single quick motion. This 45 seconds is your multi-kill warm-up. After a while, the bots will have some decent distance between them. When these larger flicks come into the warm-up, really try to work on not over-flicking. You want to try to flick to their head or just before the bot's head, and then make a small micro adjustment. Trust me, it may not make sense on the first or 10th time practicing it, but after many days, you will reap the benefits of ending over flicking. Our flicks are smooth and feeling warm, but they could be even smoother. Switch to tracking the bot's head. Go from bot to bot after 5 or so seconds and keep moving left and right. I recommend starting close to the bots to start off and then slowly moving further and further away. Tracking in Valorant isn't something we really see that often unless you are trying to catch up to Neon during her slides, but actually has a huge impact on how well you can perform any action with a mouse, as every movement with the mouse is basically a track from position to position. I recommend only tracking bot's head for this portion of the warm-up, but if you are on your 100th 5-minute warm-up, feel free to start adding in quick flicks at the end of your tracks. It will simulate more realistic in-game moments, where you are holding an angle for some time, and then all of a sudden you have to flick or adjust to another place on the screen. But only add flicking after you have focused solely on tracking 5+ times. I personally believe tracking is more important than flicking for most people, so don't skip this part. Next is a small break from the bots. Spraying is something pretty much everybody does at some point, so let's get that warm and comfortable as well. Spray 5 to 8 bullets into the wall of the range. Work on making your clumps close together and get a stronger control over your bullets when you spray somebody down in your game. If you're a player that finds themselves spraying an entire magazine into your enemies, feel free to work on that as well. While I recommend working on limited bullet spraying, it is important to practice on shooting exactly how you would in an actual game. Alright, we are at the last part of the warm-up. Switch to Deadlock if you aren't already, and turn on Strafing Bots. Use Deadlock's ult to grab a single bot, end the practice, and start when the bot pops out. I always try to end my warm-up against moving targets, and only having to focus on a single one is perfect. Personally, I will start by walking all the way up to the bots. Getting super close forces you to be more comfortable in close combat situations. Plus, being close to your target requires much larger flicks to go from enemy to enemy. Either track the strafing bot for a while, or just flick from target to target. Regardless, get solid close-range battle experience with whatever main gun you usually use. After that, move behind the starting area and do the same thing for a while longer, and then move all the way to the dock. Practice tracking and flicking from each point. Most of the time, this will eat up your last 2 minutes, but if you are looking to get a different practice or would like to warm up with a different weapon, you can also pull out the Sheriff or Guardian and work on first bullet accuracy with these weapons. First bullet accuracy will help you with any weapon, but getting Sheriff practice in particular can change the course of games and rounds. If you are a player that watches pros win ego rounds with ease at times, that is because their first bullet accuracy is insane, but also because they spend time working on their Sheriff. On the other hand, working on your Stinger or Spectre is another great option. These guns can also turn impressive games in the right hands. I highly recommend spending time working on your Stinger from different distances. Not many players can guarantee a Stinger kill of over 15 meters, but it is still worth the time for a chance to win a gunfight with an 1100 credit gun. There you have it. 5 minutes of warming up that will get you ready for your first game without requiring lots of time to actually perform. Feel free to switch some of the drills up for similar different drills, and don't forget to stretch your wrists out before you get into the game. It takes no time and improves your blood flow, and that's 5 minutes. So leave the range and start your ranked grind for the day.